Hello everybody and welcome to today's video. Today we will be reviewing and running the MTH Premier GP60ms. So it's pretty much normal. These are MTH locomotives. They can run off DCC if they're on 2-rail, conventional, DCS with the remote, and DCS with the Wi-Fi app. Both locomotives are exceptionally well done, and we'll take a closer look at each locomotive. Now when I review the engines, I'm going to review the side-by-side first, and then I'll go into each one that has different things from the other unit. So we're going to start off. Each unit will have DCS's Protosound 3, and this locomotive will do almost anything and everything that you ask it to. The first thing you'll notice is that there's a coupler on the front. That's a proto coupler. You have the same amount of detail on the side with the handrails, the shades, windshield wipers, horns, gas tank detail, and other rim details on the side of the locomotive. Obviously the Santa Fe unit has some differences, and we'll take a look at the Santa Fe unit right now. On each side of the locomotive you have the American flag right here. You have some GM builder plate detail, and you got some other stickers down here. There is the war bonnet Santa Fe on the side, and you have ditch lights on the front, including the Santa Fe logo and the other details on the front of this locomotive. Now the number boards, you can see there's a huge difference between the BNSF unit and this unit. On the front, it just has the 103 in the block lettering, and there is some numbers on the back as well for the unit. Alright, so we have the other side of the BNSF unit. There are ditch lights right here, 1, 2, and there's the BNSF logo, and then it has the engine classification right here. On the Santa Fe, the only major difference on this side is it says sanitary water, and that's just below the American flag. Alrighty guys, here's the underside of this locomotive. We have 2 pickup rollers per truck, and then the DCC in 2-rail/3-rail switch is on the front of the locomotive. And this is the section which I'm kind of going to gripe, but I'm hoping that if MTH is going to produce these models again, considering that it sounds like they'll stay open, or any future models, please, I'm hoping that they kind of take this into consideration. When I took these to Old Town to run a couple months ago, I was having issues with the BNSF model, and I came to the conclusion that the DCC switch and DCS switch on the front truck was pushing it so it would turn off of DCS mode. And this is a huge problem, because I believe a lot of the MTH locomotives, they came with the capability that it could sense if it was DCC or DCS. And unfortunately, these models were not equipped with that ability. So there's a switch. So every time you run one of these, always check to make sure that the switches are flipped to DCS and it's flipped to 3-rail. So for this particular model, the 3-rail switch is forward and the DCS switch is backwards, which is not ideal, but eventually I'm going to look into getting the capabilities disabled so it only runs DCS, considering I will not be running these on 2-rail ever. Here we also have the 2 pots. There's one down here, and then there's one right under here for smoke and volume. Alrighty guys, this will wrap up this review. Before we get into the running session, I'm going to give you guys some other info. Both these locomotives will cost you anywhere from $409 to $439, depending on who you go through. Nicholas Smith Trains has one of these left in stock. It is the war bonnet unit. It is not 103 like mine, it's 108. So they made multiple road numbers and different liveries as well. Both locomotives are exceptionally well done. My favorite feature is just the detail on it, And my least favorite for now has to be the DCC polarity switch and the sound set. Now, a lot of the GP60Ms that I've heard in San Diego, this horn is just very nice and doesn't sound really harsh. On these two, the horn is not my favorite, but eventually I'm going to look into changing out the sound file, possibly to the SD70 ACC, similar to 1801 and 1800. The horn on that sound set is very nice. The prime mover and everything is the exact same prime mover sounds on these GP60Ms. So without further ado, I hope you guys enjoyed the running session. Thank you guys for watching the video, and I'll see you guys next time. When I do the sound demonstration, I'm just going to mention this, that I will be doing the sounds for the startup will be through the extended startup. That is actually what's supposed to be for the startup sounds. Otherwise, when you press startup, it goes immediately to the sounds and skips the startup noise and that kind of thing. So I'll be doing the extended startup for this locomotive.
Let's hook and buck. The last thing we need is a problem further down the